I mean, even I had that. So, a lot of the time I spent kind of wandering out on my own. But all right, everybody, if you guys are on TikTok, remember to tap your screen. We're live on YouTube. Um,
BBY, Best Buy launches exclusive upgrade program for Mac.
is he going to do this all morning? I think he is.
Bravo Yankee.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's go over some of the top headlines here this morning, going into Monday. So we did see stock index futures struggled for direction in volatile trade. While European shares rose, driven by hopes that the Federal Reserve could slow its pace of internal rate hikes, Japan's Nikkei closed below the 27,000 level, while Hong Kong stocks slid to 13-year lows after Xi Jinping's new leadership team raised fears growth will be sacrificed for ideology-driven policy. Um, and it's interesting. There's a video of somebody being escorted out right in front of him, so it's clear he's not taking anybody's. He doesn't give a shit. Gold retreated, but the U.S. dollar declined. The pound rose as former finance minister Rishi, it might be Rishi, Sunak emerged as frontrunner to become British prime minister. Oil prices fell after Chinese data showed the demand for the world's largest crude importer remained lackluster in September. S&P Global Manufacturing and Services Composite PMI flash data are scheduled for release a little bit later in the day, which brings me to our economic calendar for today. So for today, we've got flash services PMI, which that is 945. Write that down if you're going to forget or have it on some type of, your phone or something. So that way, if we see some type of reaction off the market, you guys know to be aware and abide by your stop losses. So I'm actually writing it down too for myself. Um, I just have a little sticky pad where I write notes, and then I throw it away at the end of the day because I got garbage handwriting. Good morning, Mr. Potty. Good morning. What's going on, Ed Nebulis? Edvidius. I don't know what that says, but it sounds cool. All right. So that's the economic calendar for today. Of course, StockTwits earnings calendar. This is the week that we kick off earnings. We've got really a big chunk of earnings. We've got today not so much Imperial Petroleum, Logitech, AG&C, Helix Energy, a couple stuff I'm not really familiar with. But tomorrow we got Visa, Microsoft, Google, General Electric, General Motors, Coca-Cola, Spotify, 3M, take your pick. It's in there. And then just really, obviously picking up towards the end of the week. So definitely really excited to see how this earnings impacts us going forward. So let's see here. That's funny. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go over the watch list. So as you guys know, I am in QQQ calls at the moment. And I am watching QQQ for a potential move to the upside, but I do recognize that we do have quite a bit of pressure, and we do also have that data coming in a little bit later. But I do have it up against, and if you go to the daily here, you guys, we talked about this weekend as far as downtrend. Okay, we do pay attention to downtrend, but we do not. It's not our savior, right? So we're gapping up, but we're not gapping up above any key level, right? It's just like any other day, right? You need to break and find somewhere to hold. So right now we've got pre-market highs up around the area that we need to hold, which is 277.84. We've got pre-market lows right around 275.50 or 275.60. So those of you guys who use orb strategy, obviously there's some targets to the downside directly below us. If we were to pull back, you've got a small level here at 275.36 and right down here at 274.75. And those are the two levels that would really indicate to me that we would possibly be moving short. So my stop loss is going to pretty much be the same stop that I had on Friday. This is kind of one of those things where it works or it doesn't, right? I'm not here to pinch pennies. I'm here to execute trades. And if I execute trades, then the gains will come. So right now, hourly 9-day moving average, we're holding it relatively well. I want to hold our candles on top of that. I'd also like to see a push up above 277 44. And again, the target to the upside would be the confluence between trend and my key level, which is 282.75. There is a couple of smaller levels that I'm going to mark out now that we need to watch. Obviously, this is going to be 279.50. And then, of course, we've got the psychological 280 directly above that. So it's going to give you space to potentially consolidate. But those are two targets to start taking profit at for me. Fed blackout begins today. We shall see the impacts. Um, Let me see. I think when does that end? When does the blackout end? This just limits the FOMC members and their ability to speak publicly and grant interviews during the Federal Reserve blackout period. Um, So anyway, we're up against downtrend. We can still fall if we pull back. So pretty much the game plan here, because this is the main position, and this is what I'm focused on going into today. Uh, I I want to see a open either above that mark, or I would like to see a push and hold above that mark. If you have the same contracts November 4th with me, the target and the TP range. So if I'm not here, or if you're on your own, 279.40 before we hit the 280 mark, and then trimming out again at 281, and then maybe leaving a contract for the top resistance. So okay, let's keep it moving. So the next one that we got on the list is Tesla, of course. You guys know the deal. This one did break its lower time frame downtrend, and on extended hours, we have this one currently in the box. Now, what did we do on Monday, right? Or on Friday and on Sunday? We established where buyers and sellers are at, right? And this is where they are. Okay, so keeping it simple, right? There's our median. That's a gap fill. So Tesla, candle close below 203.67, dump off. Candle break and hold above 214.50 and 215. All right, now we can start looking at the 221.50 area and the 224. But the setup on Tesla is kind of shitty. It's not a great setup here at the moment at all. And so really it's not going to be a focus of mine. And I'm just going to say this now, and I'll say it again before the bell. There is every reason in the world to be patient on a Monday. This is when the market picks direction, mulls over the data that it has, and that is coming up. Earnings, all that other stuff, picking direction. And a lot of the times, Monday struggles to do that. And so we're going to be uh, patient and wait for the perfect, I do, yeah. Um, but for the right setup. One thing that I did mention and that I would like to see, now we did gap down, so this could change that dynamic, but I played this setup on Meta and it worked out really, really well. So above 214.85 or 215, there's a gap to fill, and then that gap would likely give you, I think by I, I'm gonna call for, maybe even by tomorrow. Um, I think that we should see, we'll call it Wednesday. I think we should see the 224.60 level if we do, and that's being gracious. We could end up seeing that today. But that's what I'd be looking for, is a potential hit of this downtrend. So But everything tightly consolidated in range. So a break of range and continuation to the up or the downside would be preferred. So sorry about that. All right, so we've got that one. Then we got Meta. Of course, Meta is probably going to be off limits as far as taking any um, real trades on that one. It may have some decent movement. I will keep my eyes peeled on it. Anywhere below 127, you're in danger of making a new low, and that would be below 125.85. There's a gap to fill to the upside, so you could end up bouncing off of that level, filling your gap, and then hitting my downtrend, which would be right around the 133 mark, which could create this descending triangle. So make sure to tap your screen, guys. We're already at 10,000 likes. 1 second. Um, if you guys are on TikTok, I will be picking the top viewer, top liker. We'll do one more month in the Discord for free. So, um, yeah, make sure if you guys have any free time, tap your screen. All right. So that's really it as far as the watch list is concerned. I do have SQ. Really kind of like I've got alerts. I'm gonna set a few more. SQ is tightly consolidated. That's what I look for. In any sort of trade, contraction leads to expansion. And so for me, I really would like to see SQQ either A below $53 or above 57.50, where I'd be looking for a potential push into the 59, and then there is a gap to fill at 61.75. So, but that would require obviously positive moves in the market. So, all right, that's really, let's see, we got SQ. Yep, that's it. Is there a buyback? Yeah, absolutely. Uh, yeah, absolutely. Just keep DMing me if you have any more questions. So, still in, I'm not sure. I chart using the daily and the 4 hour to find structure, major key levels. Then I use the hourly to kind of fine tune everything, find these zones, pick price targets for day trading, and then I a lot of the times fluctuate between the 3 and the 15 minutes. So depends on what I'm looking for. If price action is really slow, I zoom in just to see what it is that we're holding up against. But I like to make sure that I keep an eye on that. So. All right, everybody, please put the stock symbol on the screen. All right, we'll do that again. I don't know what people. Hopefully that helps. All right. You said AMD. We'll take a look at AMD really quick. I talked about this one on Friday, man. Or on last night. On YouTube Live. So this one, pretty simple. Candle open above $60 on the hourly. I'd be looking for 61. If you could break above 61, I'd be looking for a retest of 63.33. There is a gap to fill as well up there, but that is a rather large gap and it is pretty far away. Semiconductors have been getting throttled. This one does and is sitting at its downtrend. It bounced very weakly, creating what looks to be a bear flag. So you could see a fake out, maybe even going back down to 52.72. But below 56.26, that's where you could see new lows, and above $60.36. And that's really simple because of just how well or how nice that contraction is. Then of course volume becomes an issue, but I have not done SPY. Let's take a look at SPY though. Okay, so I didn't do it this morning, but I did do it last night, and there is it's, this is really simplicity. You know, I really like this chart. Again, 372, you need to hold that level today. There's a obvious gap up, and that gap up has you around resistance. 376.28 is where you're at currently. Resistance is around 377.76 with a potential wall at the 379.60 area before you hit 280. But 280 is actually imbalanced where you could and more than likely would just see a direct push into the 382.22 level for SPY. Now, this one does have I gotta change that. That's too low. This one does have that same setup that I was talking about on the cues, right? So I would anticipate, and as you guys can see in pre-market, that's exactly where we've hit. So there is more than likely and I would say that there's a good chance for another pullback. And that pullback would likely lead you down to either a 370, or even if it's just consolidating in this area flat for the next 2 days, and you know, fading down into support and then seeing a pop on maybe one of someone's earnings. So unfortunately, if you guys want my current diagnosis, I really don't think that we're going to get much out of the market today. I think it's one of those days again where we need to exercise caution, practice patience, understand that, you know, there if your strategy is meant to capture certain anomalies in the market, that those anomalies do not exist on a daily basis, and therefore your strategy cannot, or maybe not a daily basis but even weekly basis. And so therefore there are times where we must figure out when is the right time to trade. And right now, I think I don't know whether it's the right time to trade because I haven't seen price action. But when price action picks up, if it fits in our analysis like we're looking at, then it's not something I'm going to disregard. I'm going to stay in cash. Period. End of story. There's no uh, taking little lottos here. I will probably not be sharing any big cap earnings plays that I take on my time, just because um, I do not want people getting burned, man. And I know that I warn people over and over again, but I still have people with $100, $300 accounts trying to get into earnings trade that may, you know, be a scab on my knee, but you know, is their entire, you know, life. So if feistier than you. um. So anyway, would you wait until tomorrow later today to do earnings trades more like micro Google? Oh God, Andrew. Um, so I think that, and somebody just said this in the TikTok, grabbing liquidity for the Apple Amazon move. I think that that's actually a really good way to word that. There is possibly that contraction, those liquidity grabs, and then a pop on earnings, right? And right now we do have a broken downtrend. And then we also the funny thing, so we have contradicting setups, right? We've got a broken downtrend and a bearish setup. So again, if it's not clear, don't force it and just wait for the setup. So, all right, again, I'm gonna keep the cues up here. It is 9:20. If you got into QQQ, 285 November 4th calls. Um, I will be more than likely getting out. So if you're in tech in general, I'm going to be trimming out just periodically at the bell because if we do end up seeing, a swift downside or anything like that, um, I, I wouldn't even really call it taking profit. I'm going to reduce risk at the bell. And so we'll basically, if you guys are, if you hopped in late, the wall for me, again, we can use, oops, and I'll be using this box, right? The box right there. If we go back in the box, that's 274.70. I'm out. If this is PotterStocks, what'd you do to Haggard? Too soon, dude. Too soon. Too soon. Um, you said Tesla is way lower in pre-market. Why that tastes like I had cumin in it. Oops. I am gonna pull up Meta and then Tesla. So Tesla actually gapped down to its candle open, right around its candle opens on the daily. So I would say that you need a hold on, 15 minute? Yes, 15-minute candle close. How do I know that? Right? I know a lot of you guys ask why that time frame. If that is where the candles close on the 5 minute and the 15-minute and the hourly, that's your level. If it's a level that only close with the candles only close on the hourly, then what do you need? An hourly candle close above that. It's the time frame candle close key level. That's the time frame that'll keep you from getting faked out. Are you gonna miss gains if you're not already in? Probably, but we're not penny pinching like that. If you're looking at an hourly time frame, you should be looking at an extended move. Isn't Tesla gonna hit 180? Yes. I actually do think Tesla will hit 180. But I don't know if there's a good reason for that to happen right now. You know what I mean? In game. Okay. So anyway, Tesla needs to stay above 203. 200 is right there. Right there. So don't sleep on 200 being a bounce level. In fact, that's probably one of the first areas I would be looking for some sort of bounce. Um, but that being said, this, and I don't have it up above. Sorry for those of you guys on. Um, Let me go pull that up on the top screen. What's up with Meta? It sucks. It's got earnings in 2 days, so probably just gonna do my own little, own little play. All right. Tesla. All right, we've already done the zones again. Look at them. Look at it. There you go. Sellers, buyers. Got a couple of levels in there. I'm gonna borrow this. All right, I don't like this music. This music's too chill. I'm about to go night night. Yeah, Tesla lowered the prices in China. I did see that as well. I would say that 200 and 195 are probably Tesla downside targets. So 5 minute, 15-minute candle close on Tesla. So thank you guys. You guys are crushing with the likes. Again, I want to keep my eyes peeled on QQQ. I'm gonna go grab another coffee. Hold on 1 second. Ooh. Let me give you guys a set of life advice really quick. Never buy a Samsung fridge. Okay. Stop. Damn. That wasn't my Samsung fridge, but that's the kind of energy it has. All right. So yeah, we're actually gonna be watching the QQQ. All right, everybody clear? We need to hold above the of course it's not showing me. 270, 264. Already pulling back to that area right now. If it hits that area, I'm out. Um, yeah, sorry about that. And that's gonna be candle close underneath. So let me go type that in the channel really quick. Mind you, ES already hit its resistance, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, the ice machine broke on my Samsung a long time ago, but then like the door like sealer metal thing breaks, and then yeah, dude, that thing sucks. I'm about to go to war with my fridge. I don't know why I just don't buy a new one, but probably because I spent a lot of money on this one. Oof, we're seeing it open in that zone, so I'm thinking Tesla is gonna hit 203. Remember, control your FOMO. Today is risk on. We're gonna keep it easy. Um, and 9:45 is when we could see some data come in to impact the market. So real quick, uh, MRO stop is 2868. I'm not even gonna hedge. I'll just cut because my expiration is getting too close. Yeah, I look at EMAs in extended hours, certain time frames, 4 hour. All right, we're open. Oh, Neo gap down heavy. If anybody has Neo puts with me, those should be up. All right, let me go unmute you. All right, you're unmuted. You're welcome. So below 274 50, basically there's a pullback to 273.30, but I'll sit on cash on that. Tesla's still falling. Meta's doing the same thing. Thanks for sharing the video, Jack. Yeesh, Tesla. All right, so that's a by the way, do you see where you opened up at? You opened up underneath it and you're probably going to go to the floor, right? I'm not looking for a quick trade. I'd rather take the bounce and a gap fill or play it down further, but I'm going to wait, be patient. Meta is falling, but holding. Um I don't really short RSI or anything like that. All right, Q's just fell into my level here, but I'm gonna wait for the candle to close. Support, Tesla just hit support. That was 203.50, like and then 203 even, but it hit 203.50. Meta is not doing well. 124.81 and then new low at 122. A bounce back on Tesla above 205.80, and I may go into calls. All right, here it comes. 203. All right, that's a push, but we're gonna still wait for a candle to close on Tesla. 191. All right. QQQ, big bounce. Big bounce on the Qs. I am not short or long on Tesla yet. I'm waiting for it's at my support. So I'd rather take it back up above 205, or back up above 207.60, or even pre-market highs. Another place to watch for perfect bounce on the Qs, man. Nice job. Anybody still in the Qs with me? Fractal slide, nice job playing Intel. I am very speculatively. That was a good bounce. Actually, we got 8 minutes left, 15-minute candle. How's the 5? Perfect bounce right there. 50%. There's 205. It's option contracts, though. Look like shit. That's a nice. 50%, by the way, if you took Neo puts. All right, Qs above candle close 277.47. Not going with weeklies, but I will go October 28th, and I will go ahead and grab a 280, 281. I wouldn't go any further than 285 if you're going to get into this trade, but can't get the same strike. But I'm likely going to go ahead and snag the 280 strike here. Good bounce though, solid bounce on Tesla. Perfect bounce. Yeah, dude. Tesla bounced right when I right on target. That's why I said no short. Now, if this candle turns green and closes up against 207.33, that would be perfect. And that's got you got 6 minutes left. So no trade on it yet. I know that seems tempting. If you're a scalper and you scalp the bounce, great job. But again, day trading, so so if you shorted quickly, now here let's look at Tesla really quickly while I wait for QQQ. Okay. So with Tesla here, and this is just awesome because this is exactly what you want to see. Oops. You know what? Let's do the 30-minute. Um, so if you're a scalper, day trader, scalper, right? Manny is really focused on these, retest levels and stuff like that, big step or two. Right there, you notice that we essentially open up right where this gets sucked down or pulled back down into this range. And so setting a entry at let's see, at pre-market lows, this is where orb strategy would have been great because you don't need a full move. You need size, and you need and so that big move down on Tesla that would have been enough to go ahead and snag profit on a solid scalp. So now a lot of people see that and they're like, they're gonna try and scalp, they're gonna try and day trade after that. They're gonna and it just becomes a huge mess. So you gotta pick one. And if you guys go look at the 5 minute here, still pushing back down on Tesla. Oof, strong push down. QQQ, same thing. If it cannot hold this level, if it engulfs, go ahead. The target on QQQ to the downside would be, oh my God, dude, this is ridiculous. Hold on 1 second. Thank you. Targets down would be, of course, you got 274.30. Those candles closed at 274.70. Look at that. But it would be 273.70 and then 273.17. Will Tesla be going? Will Tesla be going up, dropping? So if anybody on this app tells you that something is going to do something, they've got a direct bias, and you're in danger. Um, no, I think right now seeing that rejection definitely more bearish. Um, and below 202.65, you could enter. This looks good for a potential entry on Tesla. But you would need to see that candle close, right? So if you take it right now, let's go to the three really quick. Okay, so the three is adherent to the same level. You could even, yeah, I would say that I like to wait, but if you wanted to set a stop, a tight stop of 203.50 and short there, that's a potential play there. And then watch. So I like the 195 strike for Tesla. And I feel like that's going to sell at about $500 and you'll reject. And those are at 380 right now. And that's only if this candle closes. I'll grab one. The premium needs to rise above 443 in order to, like, literally one. I'm grabbing one. So if you're in a small account, that means that you should grab none because this is not a high probability play. I'm going to grab one. Stop loss is the same as I just told you guys. So candle close back up above that level, leaves me plenty of room. QQQ is engulfing. Said AMD puts. I mean, you're still inside that zone, so I'm just taking it easy right now. Meta's dropping, but hesitant to short that thing. It didn't have, and this is not the setup that I had on it, so I don't have a trade for it. The only thing that I would speculate possibly is, yeah, I would just say below 124, 23, you should see a leg down 122. 33. So still in the queues, which of course kind of is acting as a, if Tesla bounces, the queues will likely bounce, and then I'll hold that call. But why is the premium so high on Meta? Because it has earnings. Yeah, Neo is crashing, and I am capturing it right now. I am up 65% on my Neo Leap, which I'm still going to be holding until like next year. But yeah, Neo's all right. I'm out of Tesla. Out. I'm now looking at a bounce. That's perfect. 9-day moving average right there. We're going to use that strat of the 9 right here and this break of 207.42, and that's going to be my long entry. This is not going to be not light. This is, I'm probably going to go ahead and enter with about 3 contracts. And then I'll leg into another 2 if the candle, if we get a good push off of that level. And then the target would be pre-market highs, which would be 209.80. But right now you're in the pocket. You're in that choppy range pocket on Tesla. Fucking QQQ, dude. If you have QQQ calls, that's fucking money, dude. Let's see if we can get above pre-market highs at 277.60. Yeah, we're already in QQQ calls, so what's Netflix doing? Skyrocketing. It's got good setup, good bounce. What did Meta do? Yo, that thing has a megaphone. Yep. And I'm in queues, and I've been focused more or less on the queues, but Tesla does provide some interesting volume here this morning. But I'm waiting patiently on that one. Patchy, this Neo Leap is incredibly speculative. This is essentially betting on. I mean, I'm not betting, but I'm just looking at reality. Like China's definitely gonna cause tension, which is going to ruin business for things like places like Neo, who, I don't know if they have any manufacturing set up overseas outside of China. But yeah, I would imagine that they would go down to their pre like right now I'm up 60%. When this is up 300 or 400%, then we'll look to take profit. So it's entirely up to you. The thing is $23. Yeah, Baba hit 61. Isn't that amazing? Oh, short against me. Go long against me, excuse me. Yeah, this is garbage. I wouldn't short it now, but okay. So we went and tested right around pre-market lows. That's 277.30. We're having a hard time really holding these highs. So I really like, if you guys are staying in cash, right? Um, why didn't we catch that? That, oh man. Yep. It is 9:48. We just got that data. Um, the manufacturing PMI, which it is.
You're in deadline to exit Russia. That's
Oh shit. 46.6, 49. Okay, so flash manufacturing PMI. Uh oh, no, it's still under, but it's closer to that 50 mark. And then we've got flash services PMI with there's no bueno. All right, get faded. Listen, look, right here, guys. Perfect teaching moment. Look at it. Look at it right there. Bam. That's what you can't hold it. Dump them, right? Sellers said nope, and they're pushing them back down below 275.90, right? And 275.80. That's short. So I'm going to reduce risk now. If you're in any upside calls on QQQ, reducing risk now. Um, we got 32 seconds for this candle to close on the 5. That is indicative of sellers above us, which could drive us down to the 273.24 area. So on QQQ, I'm looking at October. I can't signal hot. I'm gonna hotkey into October 26th. But I'm looking at a October 28th, 272 at 373, 360. Um, I'm not gonna take it until we get back into this box. So we're underneath that 9-day moving average, but I'm not taking this until we get down below that area. We are closing up underneath it. If you take a short, the stop's got to be at 275.80. Meta is at 125. Buyers are pretty relentless right now on QQQ. So all out of QQQ 274.65, like I said. So I'm still an upside, but ready for the downside if buyers. They're trying. Qs are trying. Look at them stacked up against it, and you can go back over here and see the same thing, right? That same fight. All right, they're trying to get, they're back in that zone. Buyers are relentless right now, so there is nothing to do. Splish splash. This session is trash. What do we do with Tesla? Look at it. Just look at it. There's nothing to do. It's terrible. I would bank more short with everything with this wick. We've got 8 minutes and 10 seconds left. Sellers seemingly are controlling the price relatively well. The longer that this occurs, the more that buyers are stifled and keep and pushing and holding it above that level. The more likely that we would actually see again another decline. And I would be targeting 273.68. And right at the break of 274.90 and 274.80, I'll start punching into that. So 274.50, excuse me. All right, now Tesla looks short. That look at the solid push right here. This is the 15-minute. Sellers pushing off 206.50. Now you're starting to see it. Volume looks like it's rolling along pretty high, but be careful. Looks like sellers control 205. So if there was any stop loss, and there goes the Qs. So sellers really, really trying to keep them out. Now, at some point, if we continue to do this back and forth, someone's going to get exhausted. This candle leads to continue showcasing seller strength, which it's not doing right now. I'll give you my opinion on Twitter shortly, but I'm up 78% on Neo. Wow. Yuck. Yo, the Qs are fighting, trying to get up. It's kind of unusual. They're building though. Look, get a candle open above 276.30, and you might start to see a snowball. But there's nothing here right now, guys. Spies moving like Dogecoin. That's funny. Hope you guys are being patient. 85% on Neo Day. Yeah, DXY is looking pretty toppy. No cap. Hmm. Yeah, a lot of selling right there. We got to get under 110. Yeah, I'm not short or anything. right now, I mean, Qs are honestly starting to behave badly, but sellers still trying to control that point. Right here, you see sellers trying to step up again. Are they exhausted? We will find out in this episode of who's going to lose money. Meta looking shortable. I'm gonna stay away from it, man. Almost typed shortable. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away for right now. What are you gonna do? Wow, look at the 1 minute. That's that's weird. Why are options so expensive? You'd have to be more direct. Like, I guess, like, which options are you talking about? All right, QQQ back below 275.75, 275.60, and we could see that pop down. If we bounce, watch for another resistance test. And I think pre-market highs are 277.80. This is wild. Absolutely wild. And I would expect maybe some relatively strong movement out of something like this. This is erratic contraction. That sounds like a song name. If you have a small account, then focus on stocks that are not Tesla, not Meta. There's stocks out there for you. You just have to look. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's where you have to if you have a small account, you have to put in more work than somebody. Obviously, that's what you work for, so that you can make it a little bit easier on yourself. Not that it just, overnight gets easier, but like, yeah, you have to go out there. I mean, I traded stocks. I had no business trading. I found, I traded stocks that I had never even heard of before. So I mean, like, I had to go and search for good setups, good spreads, learn what they are. And so, like, there's no, like, cheat code, or like can't just like slip past without if you want to actually do it, you have to have an understanding. Well, it's not necessarily about adding funds. More funds doesn't mean more money. More funds can just mean less money. So AMD is yeah, the only thing I would say is it just has kind of irritating price action sometimes. So it's always good to go long on that one. So 26,000 likes on TikTok. You guys are crushing it. Thank you. Tesla, that is short, right? That is showing that sellers are still unwilling to give up that median, right? That 205.85, that 205.87. They're not doing it. It's not happening. Not right now. We've got 206.62. Um, but these are also weak seller candles. So sellers are gonna really need to take over here. Um, the 26K are mine. See, you're at the top right now, so Nvidia has that look. Yeah. MRO is holy shit. Hey, let's go, folks. Why didn't I know about this? Nobody say anything. MRO, new motherfucking highs. Nice. Let's go. You guys still got MRO? Damn, let's go. I just saw the P&L on that. I told you guys it was going higher. Oh, look at it. The Qs are going. Oh, shit. Here we go. Dude, MRO, fucking amazing push, dude. I love it. Still holding that. Is anybody still in MRO? I told you guys we were going to be holding this thing out for a minute. 10 a.m. reversal. We'll see. All right, so QQQ just popped off of that. Let's see. Look at IBM really quickly. Let's go to the daily. That's a gnarly wick. Seems like I got a key level there for some reason. Oh, that's pretty ugly. Let's go get some help from our pivot points. And let's go to the weekly. I gotta do this really quick. So yeah, that's the weekly pivot that you're struggling. So you need to hold above 130. That's really just gonna be the goal here. Hold above 130, and then you actually have relatively right now you look okay, but you kind of have one of these bad boys, which definitely looks like it's super shortable. So, uh, yeah, pivot point right there, 129.50. That's short. So, all right, I'm gonna tag and see if anybody is still in MRO. All right, hold on. We need that new low. We need that candle close. QQQ October 28th. I just legged into a couple hotkeys. 270s. There. In there. All right, that's the last one. Stop loss on this one for the last entry is 275.68, and then 275 candle close, and I'd be out. Target right now is 273.66 and 273.50. 273.50. I gotta turn the pivots off. I can't handle those. Selling volume. Or, what? What'd you say?
Did you go down to Kohl's?
I did, yeah. I did. Yeah, I actually still have one of them. Sorry, I'm trying to watch right now. I'm in QQQ. But no, I'm actually gonna cut that one right now. So one second. Did you get into the shorts, Robert?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to look.
All
That's
right.
on my Kohl's too.
We just tapped 273.75. First entries, a weekly's out now. If you got that first entry, and then I'm gonna let these push down. 270, 273.30. I'm trying to double check this level. Yeah, 273.45. 273.45. You also have 273.66, but I think this goes back now to support. I'll hold this, but I also will be looking for. I'm gonna hold Q puts, at least a few of these runners, down to the 270-180 level, and that's money, dude. All right, that's worth another weekly trim there. Take a deep breath. This is where you should probably be watching. This is the bottom of that zone. All right. Now, the fact that we fell through the ceiling, we've got relatively high volume. This candle right here is showing a response to that level, right? And we've got a 9-day moving average up at resistance. So we're leaving that behind really, really, really quickly. I'm going to actually borrow my pivots one more time. Yeah, pivot is 272.75. So great place to trim if you use size. And then for, again, if I want this to run or if I'm looking for an extended trade, this is actually where things could bounce and move up because we are in an uptrend. So I am going against the grain. So I'm not looking for a full reversal. I'll leave a runner, but I'm not looking for a full reversal until or if we get below 273.75. So if the rest of these runners go back to zero, so be it. That's just how it goes. My trade either works or it doesn't. But I've already taken profit off of the top of this trade. I paid for a decent chunk of it. I've got cushion. I expect for this to respond. I expect for that support to show, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. You guys are seeing that 5-minute candle bounce. So again, the a different dynamic here, right? Here we had very low volume. And in most situations where you consolidate like that, you're going to have low volume. That's the difference today is we do not have low volume. We have relatively high volume. What do the top and bottom of my zones tell you? My zones are basically set up to find the area where buyers and sellers exist, and this creates levels, right? And so, boom, right there, right? Perfect response, just a hair above 273.50. And then you get a little 50% retracement right there, but of the zone itself, sorry. But buyers are at the bottom, right? And sellers at the top. And if sellers mechanically, right, like if everybody is using their money to push something down and then they get pushed out, we know that they're going to get squeezed. They're going to cover, and that's going to drive and move further to the upside. So 85% on Neo. Fast Brody, you went into rolling down the corn. What? Went for a shower and found QQQ calls. What do you do? Matt, great job, dude. Absolutely phenomenal, man. All right. Hey, patience, right, guys? Not panicking. Now you can trim a little bit more right here. You should be up near 25 to 30%. And when I say trim, you need to know what that means for you and your lot size, right? Because that's what we're trying to do here is we're trying to build you a trading plan. Um, Damn, is MRO gonna reject it? Did we just find resistance? I think we did. This must be standard deviation. Whee! Oh shit! All right, here's a new one, 273. Oh my god. Let it ride. I got calls earlier. Don't do that, man. Don't leave your account. That's a cardinal rule, dude. I lost $13,000, man. And I'm not I was depressed. It hurt me spiritually, mentally, physically. I went to the grocery store and Donald Trump tweeted that no one was getting the stimmies until he got back in office. And my NVIDIA position that I was so confident in. And I'm sure if he hadn't said that, it would have been fine. But this is a rebound level. Let's get below 273.80. I think we can see a little bit more downside. 15-minute candle closes here in 4 minutes and 42 seconds. So to hold down below this level, or to push a new low would be confident. I would be confident that we would see a 271 area move to the downside. Hourly, we're underneath the 9-day moving average, and also right the floor. I don't know why that's all moved around. The floor of that previous zone is right there at 272.15. So that would be the area of that I would be targeting here. So move forward, go to the 4 hour. Looks like solid move. We got a while. There's also a confluence of the 9-day moving average right there. So maybe just another little leg down here. 5 minutes going and retesting that previous ceiling. What happened to my other account? I got banned.
Russian military chief of General.
Do not be greedy, but also don't be fearful. Play it to your target. The 9-day moving average right now on the 5, and I could probably go and okay, yeah, the 9-day moving average is currently at 274.72. So in order, and I like that we closed a candle on the 5 below 273. So it would be beneficial not to do that. Um, if we do, have it just be a retest or a build underneath. But if we break back up, right, and we start to build, then that could be an indication that we're either A, just building a little bit before we continue down, or B, that we have a potential reversal. So I don't say these things, but to like, obviously fear or have you like worry, but I keep both scenarios in my head. Oh, dude, the market fell on that tweet though. He controlled the market by with every. We had a bot in our Discord for Trump, because when he tweeted the market was always responding. Yeah, thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate it. Nice little retest here. Let's find some little micro levels here, including that one. And that would be an engulfment. We don't want that. Okay. A little bit off. 15-minute. Yeah, not good. We don't want that. No wicks. Small wicks. Big wicks are bad. – 92% on Neo puts. Holy shit, that thing is dumping. You have to close these at 19%. It's not the worst thing. All right, so that's an engulfment candle right there. That's got 42 seconds left in this 5-minute candle, 3-minute candle, right up against that floor. Let's see how it responds. If this candle gets pops into this area, then I would imagine we're going to move back up and retest 274.50 again. So staying vigilant here though. And I'm not fearful of losing gains, just fearful of not executing my trade. So, but good trend, good way to provide yourself some cushion if you've been trimming with me here to the downside. I entered right at the 274.72 break. I used weeklies to scalp down a little bit, and then I grabbed some October 28th. Still in those. So Oh no, Tesla. Music about to put me to sleep, dude. Let's go. I got 199.67 as a target here. Look at that. Q's. Keep dumping. You thought soy would bounce here? You gotta stop eating that stuff. It's bad for you. 100% on Neo. Beautiful rejection on the Q's. This is why we don't get scared. Don't get scared. All right, keep that same energy, Q's. Let's go. 272.22. How we doing in the Q's? You aren't targeting 190. Oh, you're bad. I think that's just a pit stop, but I mean, yeah, 198 could be a thing. Nope. Yeah, dude, Neo is dumping, dude. I love it. I'm in January puts, dude. So I've got new lows on the Qs. Who's it? You guys in with me? Let's see if we hold our lows. We need to hold that 5-minute candle close below 272.96. Target on Tesla puts. Oh, dude, 200. And then I have this weird looking trend line right here, or potential trend. I'm just not gonna count it out because I've seen these before. And you're like either A right there, which is at 200, um, or B, it's off this wick here, and you have yeah, down to 198. Yeah, if you're in Tesla, 200 is the wall. So be and the really guys, that that right there is you can see where sellers refused while they were weak, right? They eventually, I said, someone's got to get exhausted, and that's exactly what you just saw right there. So Tesla, our QQQ candle is still closing back up on top, 273. Oh yeah, don't be greedy. Trim out 40% is awesome. I wouldn't. I mean, you could butter right through 200, and just rip into some stop losses, but um, the Qs are struggling a little bit here to make new lows. I'm starting to see a setup form a little bit. Anytime I see this weird, like I don't even know what to call it, like crest or a fucking ridge, right? That's where I start to think. I call it a mouth because it's like the mouth of this. So I would actually anticipate a potential, maybe not yet, but a potential bounce. And this is on the 3 minute. And still has lower to go, but it just could be a rocky ride. And that's Monday for you. But backup, I would say you've got retest level around 274 and 274.42. So looks like you might end up seeing a bounce. I'm gonna hold, but I will trim down a little bit here. And we'll see how this 5-minute candle closes. Sellers are still in control of that 273.70. So yeah, and remember, guys, if you're not a scalper, I know a lot of the times it can be like extra noise and stuff like that, but you know, stick to your strategy. You know, people Tesla, that's what scalpers do. They have the liquidity to jump in and out with size, quick gains, and leave. People who don't have that ability, you got to stick to something within your wristband. Look at Netflix. That makes sense. You're back down to what, 280.50, and then you've got a floor 278. Appreciate you. Great day. What broker can I use? Anything's better than Robinhood. Weeble's better than Robinhood. New low on the Qs, 41%. All right, there we go. Watch for like a skip hop down. So we'll watch.
There's a Tesla fall below $200.
Ooh.
Alpha.
What? How the fuck? No, they did not. Wait. No, it's not. Is it?
6.7% down about $15 now.
Oh, now it is. All right, that's it. Trim a little bit more on the Qs. 50% on the Qs. Sheesh. Yeah, it went there. That's why I said, I think, what did I say? 198.68 or something like that? 198, I think it was like 198.80 or something like that this morning. But all right, with that, I am going to trim again on the Qs at 44%. That's for the obviously for weeklies if you have any weeklies left. But let's go look at the 5, 15-minute, hourly. We need to map ourselves out. 9-day moving average. Okay, that's what we just hit on the Qs. We also just went for a trend line retest. Okay, confluence there. So there is a good chance to bounce here. But as you can see, there's a freaking huge wall. So I would imagine that whatever happens in here is probably going to be choppy. Um, and then if anything happens, you could fall straight down. I mean, there's no question, right? You could, I would say, below the 9 and into the 271 area. I wouldn't doubt it at all. But oh, Tesla's pushing off of 200. Oh shit. Let's see what Q's do. Q's new lows. Oh my god. This is nuts. 270, 170 is next. I had to stick to one thing, man. I'm sticking to the Q's. Tesla definitely looked sweet, but I don't I try not I can't spread myself thin, but that's amazing. It's nice to see. Microsoft or God, Robert, did you handle Microsoft? Budcraft? Did you guys take care of what you got or hedge yourself or whatever? I know you guys were in my shorts, so
I sold one Microsoft. The other ones I'm still in profit on, so I didn't get rid of it. I was waiting for a candle to close back in the box.
got you. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, you're at the box, in fact. New lows on the Qs, still holding. Oh my god, I'm drinking way too much coffee. I feel like my eyes are like pushing out of my skull right now. All of a sudden the computer's looking VR. All right, I'm trimming here now. Now on QQQ. That was a weak candle on the 5 and the 3.
I hope everybody's doing their great.
Why?
I don't know, just my timing's off.
Maybe just go take a lap, dude.
Yeah. I made one good trade and it barely was good. Two short loss for about. I'm down about 527 right now. Like I'm done.
Okay, that's good risk, man, compared to what you make. So, good job.
Yeah, it just when you're off, you're off.
That's right.
And
Yep.
I started taking another one, and it was a bad one, so I'm done.
You know, I should design a machine learning bot that tracks your trading over a series of months and then can tell when you're off. Or
Yeah,
like,
that would be cool.
I need to meet smarter people. who's who's doing machine learning in here? Is that real? No, but I just came up with that idea. So somebody in here is smart. I'm sure it's possible. What are you saying about Ouija? I'm nothing, man. You're a great guy. um, yeah. So this could be ping pong with Netflix, or excuse me, Microsoft. And really, I mean, you're on top of that support. So let's see if we make a new low on the queue. Let's see if, first of all, if we get down to like support. But this is, I would suspect we would see. And look at the price action here. The last time you left that zone, I mean, you fucking dumped all day. So I'm gonna continue to hold this and just have some of these positions. And we're at the box too, but I'm gonna have some of these, and we'll see how this candle closes. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds for the 15-minute candle and the hourly candle to close. So to open up a new candle lower or to open up a candle here, you could doji, reverse, and then consolidate, whatever. Well, I mean, I don't know how to build machine learning. I could go on Reddit though pretty easily
Dow Jones
and find someone.
trading positive 121 now.
While the Dow is still up.
Trading negative.
Oh, that's looking reversal. Reversey. It looks like the beginning of a wedge. I think it's gonna go find resistance. Let's go do it. Let's go find its bounce.
On Alibaba, BABA down about 20% now. Bravo Alpha.
Dude, Neo is up 132%.
Down.
Yo, I'm looking for someone that actually teach me something and answer questions that I have.
Following
Yeah, I answer questions.
taking a third term.
Oh, sorry. Trying to keep that chart in there. And there's the bounce. So maybe a big pop, 274.14. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Hold on, where it could be a line. There you go. Come here. 272.88 where the 9-day moving averages. I'll use that as a trim down area. Same thing with Tesla. Tesla looks like it may end up maybe setting up for some type of wedge. But I'm just gonna continue to watch. Go in the Discord, Alex, and DM me, dude. All right. Pulse check. How's everybody doing this morning? Yep, Microsoft did, dude. You're absolutely right. And you know what's dope, dude, is any other contracts that you would have had if you didn't have December, you would have fried. Like if you hadn't, even in October. There it is. They did the same thing here, though. So let's see. Yeah, just everything is in slow motion. Yeah, I'll look at the video. Hold on a second. Well, if anybody took the cues with me, got out of the swing, took it short. There you go. That was a solid trade. Even if you fucking late shorted Neo, that was pretty solid as well. Didn't I? Yeah, I saw this earlier. You're at support, my friend. Yo, this could, dude. Do we squeeze? Are we about to fucking rip a roadie? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm not gonna say you're for sure, but I would say watch it back up above 123.40. This could be a bounce area. You are at support, and that's why you're bouncing. So maybe right all that short energy that we've seen, right? Because it's been short. The price action's also been kind of shit. Look at that 198.50 on fucking Tesla. But yeah, I mean maybe we see a 2-day climb up to 130 on Nvidia. That was a bear trap from Croissant. I'm so confused here. What does that even mean? How do I determine channels? Being able to identify trend, right? Seeing support, confluence between those supports. I go over that kind of stuff a lot in after hours. So what is this sound? Who's eating the mic? Sounds tasty. Donkey drifting. But you eat the mic over there. You might not know how to. I think he's new, so I'm gonna serve him. Wow, that's money, dude. Now the question is, do Qs reverse here, or do they get faded back down, and we see new lows? I think the very same resistance that you struggled with before is what you're dealing with now, and that's going to really dictate what happens here. So be patient, but congrats to everybody who took a trade. Time for, oh, okay, damn, interesting. So let's see if we get another fade back down, and maybe even make a new low. Or if we end up going ahead and calling this a reversal point, and if we close up above the same level that I was using as a retest, right? Because we shorted here or shorted up here, right? And this was one of the levels that we had the first bounce at. And that's where well, I guess right there we did see a bounce, but right here we had a green candle close and then even a tall wick. And then we just ended up dumping on the next one. So right now we're up against that same level. Anywhere up above that, we're in the pocket, we're in the range again. So this is kind of one of those like you gotta do it. But absolutely just solid trading. Nothing crazy, no 100% trades, but well, Neo. But also guys, I might be feeling a little bit sassy, that we didn't get that nobody was holding MRO or nobody's holding MRO. I'm not gonna take it personally, I get it, you don't trust me. No, I'm just kidding. But congratulations to those who did take profit or are in profit currently. I knew you. I knew you wouldn't leave me, Robert. Sounds kind of personal. But the target is 30, and let's go. Absolutely beautiful power candle, and it just abided by those mechanics so well. Um, um, it hurts me too, Sean. I'm in. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. You did enter. That's right. Oh, you got to be up too. You would. I think you have a shorter expiration. Nvidia's already up 15%. No, I'm proud of that one. I'm proud of that one. Oh shit! Hold on. I'm trying to watch everything. Use. That is a big bones. Moment of truth. Nope. There's no truth. It's all lies. Tried up against resistance right now, and it's gone. All right, I'll go ahead and cut this final weekly put, and the rest of those, because that means we are in the pocket. Now we could reject the top of that pocket, right? And that's where we see the next downturn. So if you want to wait a second, you can do that. You're not going to incur any major losses. You might lose $2. Um, so you can wait and watch for just a second. But yeah, did you take the video calls off of that? I took profit at MR. See, well, one of the things that I said when I called MRO is I said at 100% we can trim, but this is a 200 to 300% play, right? I'm patience, holding long, rolling out your expiration, which is actually something that could happen soon. So, oh, sorry about that. QQQ, take a. I have multiple charts open. Um, Hold on a second. So one of the things that wedges do, and we talk about this a lot, and it's the hardest part of trading, is right when we look down here, we do see a confluence with the 9-day moving average, but a lot of the times those can extend themselves. Here's the period end of story. A candle open above 270, 471 could indicate that we are going to go and test pre-market highs, where I will likely look for an upside entry and we'll start looking for resistance and the 280. If we reject right here and that confluence falls in line with this resistance, then we could be looking at a new low. But at the moment, it looks like you're holding it really, really well. But that was a solid reversal. So the same area that you had to break out before is the same area you got to break out now. And it's really just that simple. So you could enter above 170, or I'm likely going to look at some upside above 174.75, and I'll use that as a stop loss. Keep it out at least the 28. 18% day, man. I would not get into neo puts. I'm up 125%, but I've been in for a minute, and when these contracts are 500-600%, I'll TP. But that's these expire in January, so I gotta link the up 700% on Snap. Oh, you had to go with weeklies, and but still holding your earnings trades. Up. All right. Candle. Look at the candle. Respect. That's respect. Put some respect on it. That's it. That's it for me, really. I'm not gonna. Let's go look at the 15. Yeah, this is last. If it's gonna go short, or if anything goes short, you've got. And I really hate that this sidebar does this. How do I make that go away? Go away. Hold on. Hide. Hide it. All right.
No specific reason.
274.75. If this candle closes below the median or below 274, then that could be a short signal. So
DOJ officials, not a national security matter.
why are you tempted to sell? Is that fear? Try and be aware of why exactly it is that you feel it is TP'd. Is it the technical level? Is it your target? Then okay. If it's not, then set where do things reverse? Where do things go the opposite way? And is that in line with your stop loss? It feels really good, y'all, as a trader to have a target hit. And that's one of the hardest things that I've had to do and had to learn is to trust myself. But that means also knowing, right, that I've done the work. I've put myself through, a ton of painful situations and still kept pushing through them and still tried to learn and still tried to get better. So you in medicals? No, sir. The hell? Oh, did it squeeze? Damn. That's why I didn't short it. Skirt. Watch that to 136 though. I will be right back. Look at the cues pulling back. It's almost like levels work.
A PM thought Mars to win EU9 for Swedish match. Did pledge to sell ladders logistics unit that Reuters now Michael.
Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like we might end up being range bound for now. We're still holding our 9. So if you're looking at upside, Tesla, what about it? decent bounce, but still holding this downtrend. Yeah, you've gone up 15-minute. Let's look at the oops. Yeah, so 15-minute you've gone and tapped. And of course I can't see it because it's stupid. 202 or 201.90. So you got a decent bounce. This kind of looks like that range candle. We're about to start seeing some range trading, but you would need to go and obviously fill that wick, and I'd be looking for a retest of the bottom. And that's going to come in probably around the 203 area. So I still have like a Q put, but it's actually still green. I'm still green on my Q put, but I'm thinking we're gonna go with the upside. I'm not. These are just runners. But we'll see if we move back down. Am I in Florida? No, I'm in Georgia actually. On the coast. I live in one of the most unstock related cities, except for excuse me. I'm in a big port city. Yeah, you do. South Carolina, nice. I used to live there too. In just a minute, we got I gotta go get on I got a one-on-one meet with some with some mentors. Um, and I'll be present. So if anything changes right now, you guys can bank on. I'll enter light into a QQQ call if we get up out of the box, just like we did before. If we're in this box, there is no trade. All right. So, I bet I could guess which city. Oh, dude, I mean, people know where I live, but people don't know where I live. I mean, it's a good luck. I mean, also, don't come to my house. But no, it's a I don't care. It's a I would imagine there's really only one port city in Savannah, so right, you, but nobody else. It's coming not unannounced. Yo, Meta is squeezing before earnings, guys, up in that box. If I know somebody, I heard a couple people in Meta calls, 132.50, and I'd be aiming for 134.80. All right. Alrighty, thanks, Robert. So if you guys are on TikTok, I'm actually gonna be doing this one-on-one, and I'll be live on TikTok, so you guys can join in. So if you're new or something like that, maybe hop over to TikTok. But otherwise, um, yeah, we'll see what happens. Good luck, everybody. I'll be back on shortly. I'll restart the TikTok stream though. So if you guys want to tune into that, you can check that out. So, all right, see you in a little bit.